Welcome to Straight Flow TV. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we load a video. Welcome to Chocolate Talk. We got Takira and we got Candy. And tonight we're talking about how we treat our elderly people, the government shutdown, and a particular situation on a video that we saw where this elderly lady down in Florida was evicted. It wasn't necessarily as a result of the government shutdown, but she was on a fixed income and her rent rates changed and she was evicted, and the community came together and they found her a place, and it's temporary for now. But this lady's 74, she had no other income, and she was put out on the street.
And
so
is
there
for 11 years.
Yeah, she had been staying there for 11 years, and she was her possessions were put out. And I'm like, should there be any type of provisions for older people or people that's in situations that can't maybe manage or maintain financially in those situations? And just thinking about the shutdown, the government shutdown that we're going through, and the possibility that some other people in the United States could experience that if they don't have payments for their government subsidized housing. Like, how should that be handled on a social and societal level? Like, should there be different provisions for people?
I feel that it should definitely be different kind of assistance for senior citizens, because we have so many senior citizens. I feel like it should definitely, like with the area of work that I do, looking at it, I feel like it should be some kind of assistance for senior citizens in nursing homes to assist their families to pay these fees that they have to pay for them to live there. It gets hard when you have somebody who's, older in your family, and you have to care for them a little more than you usually would do in a regular household. So it's stressful, and I feel like that would definitely be a great opportunity for the senior citizens if they could get some kind of extra assistance with them. Because in that case, that's like terrible. I feel like the landlord could have, gave her some kind of help or assistance. Or I'm not saying like he had to come out of pocket, but in her situation, this lady, from the looks of it, didn't have no family. She didn't have any family. She didn't have.
They said the debt was $4,000. Like, she was $4,000 in debt.
I'm trying to see, but if they said that she was in $4,000 of debt, and they said that she only fell behind 2 or 3 months, that shouldn't really amount to $4,000. But just overall, more so, I felt like he could have been a little more lenient as far as letting her stay there, or at least helping her find something cheaper. But people don't think like that. And in this lady's case, thank God that she had a community that supported her and helped her and cared for her the way that they did. They found her somewhere. At the end of the day, they found her somewhere to go, and that was really cool that the community came together and did that to help her. Because that's terrible. And let's just say worst case scenario that nobody helped this lady. What would have happened to? She probably would have froze to death.
She was out there all day.
She was out there all day. She probably would have froze to death out there. They had the paramedics come out and check. Her temperature was dropping while she was out there. So in cases like that, assistance should definitely go towards more senior citizens, and they should definitely get more help in those kinds of situations as far as housing, because that could have been avoided. It really could have.
Not to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, it's almost like we using her age as a factor more so than, like, let's just say it was me or you.
Yeah.
And we got kicked out because we wasn't paying our rent.
$4,000 worth.
So,
yeah. But this lady, she didn't have. It was just the fact, if they could come together to help her like that, then. And I'm pretty sure they knew that this lady was behind on rent. So why not You know, trying
Well,
to help
this
the lady
ain't,
find something
like,
cheaper.
Not to be
to
rude,
live at.
but this ain't good times. They not gonna throw a rent party. And if she's been there for 11
Damn,
years,
dog.
if she's been there
you're right.
for 11
You're
years,
right.
you should know your circumstances. People follow hard times. I'm not trying to sound heartless or nothing.
Yeah.
But
But I
people
still
fuck-
would have tried to do something. I know I wouldn't have.
But do you
I'm
know
not
everything
saying come
about
out
your
of pocket.
neighbors?
No.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
I'm
So
saying
if you
I would've
close
at
mouths
least-
don't get fed.
I would have
So-
at least tried to, find something cheaper for her. Like give her a piece of paper. Hey, I found.
You mean as the building owner or like the manager of the apartment?
But I'm just saying though.
I feel like as the manager because you know that this lady was very old. Clearly, this lady doesn't have any family to help her.
well, we're assuming
assuming,
don't have it
I'm
in the
assuming
family.
that she didn't have any family because none of her family was out there to come and pick her up, to help her move her things out, to even go and give her a glass of water. So it was
But
just
at the end of the day, it's not the landlord's
responsibility.
yes to help
You're
you
right.
find
You're
somewhere
right.
to stay.
But
if
I'm
you
just
knew you
saying,
was
in that
falling
case-
behind in your rent, like real talk, if you knew that the place was getting a little more expensive than what you can budget into, and you bring it to your landlord's probably like, hey, I don't know if I can afford this. Maybe you can talk to your neighbor. You've been there for 11 years. I'm pretty sure you made connection with somebody in your apartment building or your house, somebody.
I mean,
Who can
but who's
assist
to
you?
say that what it was in that lady's case? Because
I don't say we don't know the full story.
Yeah, but from just looking at that article, she seemed to have been a pretty well-known lady, and she seemed to have gotten
Exactly.
a lot of assistance from her
Exactly.
family.
So if she would have said this months ago, and not at this present time, this could have been prevented.
But
If somebody,
know.
if somebody really
It's
cared
just-
about you, or somebody, if you were like somebody in the community that's a pillar in the community, they're not gonna wait till you on the streets and the paramedics have to check you out before you get help.
right,
That means she didn't put no one on notice to make them aware of her situation. So now you out here looking like you don't have nowhere to go. You probably don't. But you
yeah,
would let
and
somebody
she couldn't
know.
have. She couldn't have.
If you could let somebody know months ago, you would still been in your home. I know pride. I'm a prideful person myself. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I can't get it, I don't need it. But at the
And that's
end
some
of the
real
day,
talk. And she was still saying like, I'm alright. The people was trying to help her out there.
That's
she
what
was
I'm
like,
saying.
I'm
Maybe
alright, I'm alright.
sometimes pride is the death of us.
Yeah, but you just got to think in that situation. Like, how would you feel if that was you out there in the streets and people just walking up to you? Oh, baby. Oh, here you
First
go.
of
Like, here's
all-
a blanket. Like, how would you feel? I would kind of feel like,
First of
kind
all, what we're not gonna do is put me on the internet and tell my story.
right.
You not finna embarrass
who's
me
to
like
say
that.
who called for that lady? I know that lady ain't. I
That
don't
was
think
the
that lady
news
called
crew.
her.
'Cause she was
That's what
sitting
I'm saying.
outside the whole day though.
But at the same time, you're not finna use me to
Somebody
make a story.
called.
You're not finna use me to make no story. You're not gonna use me for sweet. You're not finna use me to get
It's a lot of things that was wrong with that picture.
I'm just saying, it's a
Because
lot
that's
of
what I
things
said in the
wrong.
beginning. I was like, for one,
It's like,
the news people did that article. Like, what?
They were out there all day.
What satisfaction or what
you're not finna use me for
goal were you going towards as far as doing this report? Secondly, if they can come together, I just feel like everything is just supported so off the wall. It's just like you have one thing where here's the lady who works, who makes money, and in the case she just didn't have a car. It was an article where the lady didn't have a car, and she had 5 kids, and the news people did an article where they helped her get a car. So you help this lady get a brand new car. Like, she ain't got to pay for this car, ain't no car note on it for this year. She's set. But then in this situation, you have a 74-year-old lady who just, I know you could pay like half of that and she could have been good. So you have a 74-year-old lady who y'all could have gave 2 stacks to help her stay in the place, but instead you came out here and put a camera in her face and televised her nationwide to show.
And
that
see, the
she was
craziest part
homeless.
about that though, it's kind of like what Candy said about.
They contribute to, it's like the contribution is,
Well, I'm talking about like letting somebody know in advance because,
but nobody knows what the real situation was.
well, yeah.
Nobody knows. She probably was asking. You never know. So that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Because when they showed up, they basically rolled up on her sitting outside.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody called, and they either got like, I bet they were either probably listening to police scanners, or somebody actually called the news to complain.
That's just disrespectful to me when you use somebody else's problem to get views.
So I could see why the lady was saying, I'm all right. You know, I wouldn't want to be televised like that either. Because she's at her lowest. Who wants to be televised in a situation like that?
Who want to make national news
She was
for
crying.
something that's
The lady was humiliated.
like,
And-
don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do
But
that.
more so, you know, I just feel like a lot more could have been done for that lady. No matter if it came from the landlord, from the community, from anybody who claimed to have had love for this lady, something could have been done. Something.
I'm gonna see if we can follow up and find out some more on that story. Yeah, that was pretty
Definitely.
interesting. Hey, Straight Flow, Chocolate Talk, man. Make sure you checking on your people. Look out for your folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how you feel, and should there be special provisions or special programs or things other than we currently have right now in our community for how to deal with the elderly or people that need help. Let us know in the comments, like, what are you doing in your community to address that? Straight Flow.